video explaining why you may not be getting results. I think it's really important that I include this if you've fallen off track, if you've stopped getting results, or maybe you didn't get results in the first place and you've just got 2 or 3 weeks into the program, you're going, what am I doing wrong? That if I knew, I can start doing and start making some changes and get some fantastic results. Look, we don't know what we don't know, so I'm gonna give you some tips, talk through a few things now, and again, come back to this video at any point. They're in no particular order. There's just 4 or 5 things I wanna cover. Number 1 is nutrition, and in particular, look, when we join the program, I don't want you giving up your life. I don't want you giving up your social life or cutting out things that you love because it will be miserable. We want to find the balance between getting some results and enjoying our favorite things, right? But we do need to bring awareness to the amount that's coming in specific to your goal. So if you're trying to drop body fat, you want to be in a calorie deficit, we want to do that on a daily, weekly basis is even better because you can be flexible with it. And then what most people, this is one of the biggest mistakes I see, is we're under tracking. Okay, maybe you're just tracking it 15% of the time. Maybe you're just being aware of your food 25% of the time instead of more like 75%. It'll make a huge difference, I promise you. Or maybe you're not putting in the right kind of measurements. If you're using an app like MyFitnessPal and you're kind of just clicking the first thing that comes up, maybe you just put banana, okay, I'll click the first one. Maybe you put a tablespoon of that, I'll click the first one. Try, I know it's difficult in the beginning, I know it's a little bit tedious, but the more accurate you can be in your food and drink and tracking to your calorie deficit number on a daily, weekly basis, the better it will be, I promise you. And 9 times out of 10, those that aren't getting results when it comes to fat loss, it's simply because they're under tracking or not tracking at all. So that is the first thing I would go to. I know I just said I wouldn't put an order of importance, but actually if you're looking for fat loss, that is number 1. I would put that as number 1. So that's the nutrition. See if you can get into a consistent routine with it, even if it's 60, 75% of the time over a 7-day period, promise you. Or maybe you do something like, okay, I'll track my food as accurately as I can 5 or 6 days a week. Maybe you're in routine in the week, and then I'll have a bit of a blowout on the weekend, so I don't need to worry about tracking my food. So do something like that. Find a system that works for you, but get consistent with it, and it'll be a game changer. Number 2, training. Let's talk about training. Maybe you're under training, maybe you're not coming in enough, you're only doing 1 or 2 sessions. Look, the whole group training program or any of those personal training programs are built through frequency. Results through frequency. Habits are built that way. It becomes easier, you'll become fitter, stronger, burn more calories, get better results. So maybe you're under training 1 or 2. On the flip side of that, are you overtraining? Are you coming in and beasting yourself? Bearing in mind, if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not getting enough hydration, you're not eating enough protein, there is such thing as overtraining as well. You want to give your body a chance to recover. Otherwise, look, every time you break down the muscle, you're not giving it a chance to repair and you're hitting it again. So you don't want to do that either. You want to make sure you're getting enough sleep. It's finding that fine tune. That's why we recommend doing 3 to 5 of our 30-minute sessions, because that way you've got a chance to recover, but you're getting enough sessions in to get some fantastic result and push the body. So I hope that makes sense. Make sure that you're not undertraining, overtraining. Another thing to be aware of is in the sessions, just be present. Are you pushing yourself when needed? Are you scaling it back when needed? So if you've been using the 5 kilo dumbbells for the last 4 weeks and they're becoming easy and you're kind of just like that in the session, could you pick up the 7.5s and go for more strength set, do less reps? Still doing well because you're doing less reps. Does that make sense? So just be aware of if you're actually pushing yourself in the sessions. And again, still be aware if you need to push back, if you're feeling a little bit tender, if you're a bit sore. There's no shame at all without either taking a rest day or just going easier in the session. So far, that's the nutrition. Then you've got the training. Just on both of those, the biggest key, you've probably heard this a million times and it's boring, I understand that, it's consistent. You want to be consistent. You want to get that consistency, because consistency plus time equals results, as long as we're doing the right thing, by the way, because if it's consistency plus time but we're doing the wrong thing, you're going to go the other way. So I hope that makes sense. But I would much rather you come in and do 3 sessions every single week and get into a consistent routine, because it fits in with you and your lifestyle and everything else that you've got going on, versus coming into the gym, smashing the first week doing 6 sessions, then you're so sore, next week you come in once or twice because your routine's been thrown off or you can't make it to the gym. Because the difference is, when you're coming in consistently every single week 3 times, you feel like you're winning, you're going to make progress, it's fantastic. If you do 1 week where you do 5 or 6 sessions, the next week you do 1 or 2, you're going to feel like a failure because you're always measuring up to that. Does that make sense? If you feel like a failure, that drops motivation so fast. So find a consistent routine for you that works. That's so important. Just want to touch on sleep. Sleep is so good for fat loss and recovery, especially from the sessions. Most people find that their sleep improves anyway if you haven't been exercising and now you are. But just if you're not sleeping, if you're staying up super late, if you're watching Netflix, I know, look, it's difficult, but if you want the best results and you want to feel the best in day-to-day life just like I do, look, try and get at least good quality sleep. You need 6 to 8 hours. Ideally, I understand that's not possible for some people with young children, babies especially. because they're crying, they're waking up in the night, they've got to be fed, they've got to be changed. I understand that. In which case, can you improve the quality of the sleep that you're getting? So if you're asleep for 2 or 3 hours at a time, can we improve the quality? There's loads of files on this that we got, but little things like sleeping in a dark room, you know, lack of noise until, of course, your baby wakes you up, etc. Getting that room temperature right, getting away from technology before bed, all of these things to improve the quality of sleep, because like I said, you'll just feel better, which is amazing, and your results will go for the roof. And the last thing I want to speak to you about is reach out for help. This is another big mistake as well. If you fall off track, don't just go missing. Don't just go missing because you're not feeling like it. You know, ask for help, reach out to me, Lucy, somebody at Indoor Fitness, post in the Facebook group. Somebody has probably already faced this problem and dealt with it in the past. So please lean on your community. That's what you're investing in. Ask for help, especially if you've just watched this video and you're doing all the other stuff and you're still like, why am I not getting results? Reach out, or if there's something that in particular we can help you with, maybe it's setting up on MyFitnessPal, maybe it's the booking system, whatever it is, ask for help. And just while it's on the top of my head as well, number 5, as a bonus, get your measurements in, team. Get those measurements in, because you want to track the results. We all love support. We all need accountability, right? And if you're tracking your measurements and you can visibly see you getting results, whether that's on the scales, body measurements, whether it's the way your clothes are feeling, motivation is going to go up, belief's going to go up, excitement's going to go up. You're going to want to keep coming in. It makes it worth it, right? You've joined a gym in the past and you go in there, you don't really know what you're doing. Nobody really cares about you. There is no support. And then guess what? You go, what the heck am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not getting results. You dedicate 8 weeks. You haven't seen a single change. So you give up. Makes sense. I'd do exactly the same. Whereas if we can get you measurements on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, you can see that you're winning. You'll be motivated. You will still keep coming in. And then look, if you hit a plateau, if you stop getting results, if you fall off track, it's only been 7 or 14 days instead of a month, 6 weeks. So I hope that makes sense. So please, please, please go back through this again. I know it's a lot of information in one video. Make sure that you are doing all of these things before you reach out for help, unless it is the help one. And then please, if you need help with something, reach out to someone at Indoor. If that's what you're investing in, reach out to the community, and I'll speak soon. Bye.